Of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA, celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Fears is out there with Stockton. Then it's Eve Misi. Then it's Connect. And it's Queen in at the 4. And for Miami, they've got Captain Clutch. Adebayo is out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Boyd in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
Here's Captain Clutch. Fears with it. Stockton left side. Swiped away. Here's Captain Clutch with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Captain Clutch has got the first points up on the board here for the Heat. Here's New Orleans. It's a three-point game. Releases. Fears' shot is off. We're about 1 minute into the first. Captain Clutch passes to Adebayo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Connect. No good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Wells. Here's Goodwin. A three-pointer, no good.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. He never gave up and challenged the defense.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Misi. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Green the pass to Stockton. 5 to shoot. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Adebayo passes to Captain Clutch. And it's Goodwin in the corner. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pelicans trail by 5. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for. And well for New Orleans, shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Eve Misi. Stockton is out there with Fears. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Queen in at the 4-man position. A fader. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hi, guys. Captain Clutch in their last game against Memphis was simply terrific. He scored 28 points, and he was able to provide some stout defense on that end of the court, too. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Now here's Stockton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. And that one drops for him. Captain Clutch has got the lead up to 7 now for Miami. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Here's Yaka Jonas, following the score by New Orleans, and he makes that one.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Stockton right side, and they pick up 2.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Captain Clutch. 7 points in the game. And Boyd gets it to go.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from Stockton.
And finished off by Stockton.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Boyd. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wells. Nailed from three-point land. And the Heat lead by 8.
Well, there's the versatility Bam brings to the table. Defending, scoring in the post, facilitating. He's a complete package.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And here are the Heat now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And one area where they've improved here in the second quarter is getting the ball in the paint. That inside scoring has gotten much stronger.
Obi Toppin's checked in for the Heat. Wright finds George. Here's Queen. Here's West. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. 1:14 left now here in the second. Here's Captain Clutch, guarded by Wright. Here's Harrington, pass to Toppin. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
West can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And Miami making a change here. Furphy's checked in. And the Pelicans also making a change. Hartenstein's checked in.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
It's Connect on the wing. Trying to find Wright. He's got it now. And Wright throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And that one, good.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Hartenstein passes to Wright. Got a piece of it. Here's Toppin. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we
score. Miami 40. New Orleans 27.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Captain Clutch having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
We've got Goodwin. Wells is out there with Adebayo. And there's Captain Clutch, and it's Boyd in at the 5. It's the group on the floor for Miami. For New Orleans, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defenders.
And the Pelicans with possession here, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. A nice shot by Stockton.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pelicans trail by 9. On the wing, Stockton. Pass to Fears. Back to Stockton. The 3. And the 3 ball is good. Stockton's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number 1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Kevin, back to you.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Now, here's Goodwin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Over Stockton. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Heat. Peterson's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jokic Jonas comes in for Goodwin. Pelicans trail by 14. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Dalton Connect. Fears is out there with Stockton. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's Queen in at the 4 spot. Pass to Goodwin for the 3. Rebound by Stockton.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Connect in the corner. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Stockton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question. No question he got bumped on that shot.
First team foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And the other thing we've seen them do well tonight is draw fouls. Time and time again throughout this game, they've won trips to the line and converted.
From 12 feet out, Captain Clutch. That's good. And the Heat lead by 12.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
To the left wing. Here's Goodwin. Missi grabs the rebound. Missi's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time. Well, you want to shoot a high percentage from the floor? That's where you go with the ball.
about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Great open look there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Captain Clutch. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Stockton. Over to the left wing. Jay, that's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
Miami.
Stockton's got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Miami.
We want to see you get loud. We've got t-shirts.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Captain Clutch.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Stockton outside, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
0-2.
Both free throws good from Captain Clutch. 1:52 left in the fourth. Now Fears. Pass to connect. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Captain Clutch passes to Boyd. To the paint. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Stockton.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Fires it up. 6 on the shot clock and too long on the shot. Pelicans trail by 9. Here's the teardrop. Second chance shot on the wing. Stockton. Miami grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They get it back.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
They get it again. Nisi, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Captain Clutch. Outside, Adebayo. Here's the 3. No good on the shot. From deep three-point land, Pierce's shot is off. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And so long, everyone.